All right, it's rolling.
Call the meeting at 6 p.m. Public forum. Administrative reports, elementary principal report, junior high school principal report, assistant superintendent report, and the superintendent's report.
Elementary, we have 161 students. As of today, but I had 3 in my office today wanting to enroll, 1 in district and 2 transfers, so that might change next week. Our fall festival is next Friday on the 24th. And on the 30th, our 5th grade recorder class in Smile is going to take them to the Wesley House to do a little performance. That'll be nice. Get in. On the 31st, we are having an elementary Ned's Resilience Ride character ed program. Ms. Freeman has set that up for us on Halloween Day, and that night, Mr. Robinson was organizing a trunk or treat in the parking lot. I think he has several people lined up for that. On the 19th, we'll have our Thanksgiving feast for the elementary kiddos, and then in December, we have our UIL district meets, and we are starting some tutorials beginning next week in elementary after school.
Junior high campus is 60, high school campus 93. So a total of 153. We'll have the PSAT for our sophomores and juniors October 28th. Career Day for our junior class in Bonham, multi-purpose complex. They do that every year, October 29th. We're going to have a Southeastern Oklahoma University tour November 19th for our seniors. Ms. Freeman sent out a thing to see how many students would be interested in that. 25 seniors, 16 on the go. So that for them. And I think most of you know, but we had a really good showing for our students at the county fair. A lot of really good looking projects at place, animal shows, floral competition went well also. So another good year for Don City and Mr. Rich and his ag program. Athletics, cross country kind of season's winding down, but at the same time it's continuing. Boys and girls both did well at district, and they're going to regionals on Monday. And then junior high volleyball, they finished at district district Monday night. They have a district tournament Saturday in White Rifle. High school volleyball wraps up a week from tomorrow in Ector. Of course, you know, if our district is just us, Savoy and Ector, first round we beat both of them, swept Ector. Tuesday night, girls are playing really well. And so if they can take care of Ector again next Friday, they should be district champs. And then we'll start playoffs after that. High school girls, I guess, could officially start practice Wednesday, but you know, that probably won't happen with volleyball still going on. And then boys basketball is the following Wednesday, the 29th, they'll officially start. Some other announcements, our Halloween dance, is a week from today, 5th through 8th grade. Fall Festival Friday, the day after on the 24th. Our junior high academic UIL is Thursday, December 4th. Craig Reed Invitational Tournament is the Friday and Saturday after that, the 5th and the 6th. Junior high all region band, December 5th. High school all region band, Monday the 8th. And then the Christmas concert, Wednesday, December the 10th. So I'm giving you guys all those dates. I know we won't see y'all till after the Christmas concert anyway. So it'll be fast and furious the next month and a half. That's all I have.
Ms. Bridges is in here, the assistant superintendent report. You've got on the table the board financial report. Again, it's early in the year, so our revenue haven't got a ton of revenue in yet, but it's struggling like it's supposed to. We've got 17% of our revenue, 23% of our expenses. This time of year, that's exactly where it should be. Ran our first 6 weeks numbers today, and everything's looking good with the budget, what we budgeted and where we're at. So more students, of course, will just help us even more. But right now, everything's trending like it's supposed to. On the backside, the food service, it's behind. It's a month behind on that on your revenue because you submit and then it takes them a month to get you your revenue. So the revenue is always going to be a month behind. Met with them, and we've got plans and things that we're doing to try to correct at least some of what happened last year. I don't think that we can get rid of all of it. They ended up losing $27 grand in the cafeteria last year, and really the only way we can fix that is by eliminating a person. And if you do that, then you may eliminate all your people and trying to find somebody to replace there. So, we're looking at everything we can and trying some different, I'm trying to get them on to understand that, they're in the business of selling food, not just preparing food for the kids. And so changing that mentality, that attitude, and we're doing some things, and I think they're starting to grasp a little bit. We're always looking at the food and getting the cheapest price that we can. It's just, there's not a lot of cheap prices right now on that. So the budget, as far as everything goes this year, is looking good. The superintendent side, we did have our audit completed last month, and it went better than expected. We ended up putting right around 110,000 into fund balance, and that's after paying off the brand new bus. That was like 85 grand that cost us after we got a rebate, and then also the van. So we paid for those, but we still ended up putting close to 108,000 in fund balance. So I was very pleased with that. I was thinking we're gonna be pretty close to breaking even with those two expenditures, but it went better than we thought. We're in our audit season, started our cafeteria audit this week, and so we're working on that. The special ed audit is continuing going on. The co-op does most of that for us, thank goodness. And then the district vulnerability audit, we're still uploading and preparing stuff. We got our peepholes in the doors that we're supposed to. We got the film on the door that broke this summer. So, we're gonna have everything ready when he gets here. The cafeteria audit's the biggest pain. We'll see how it goes.
The sped, Angie Hilliard was here the other day with me, and she said the sped audit is completed. It's just hearing back from them.
Okay.
Everything is turned in. She said.
Good. You know, that helps us on the cafeteria. We are so small that it helps us with some things on the cafeteria audit, but it's still very detailed. Everything you have to upload, improve, all that. So everything else seems to be rolling on. We won't have a meeting in November because of the holiday, so our next meeting will be in December. Anybody have any questions or anything? Okay.
Discuss and take appropriate action on consent agenda items as follows: minutes of the regular meeting held September the 18th, 25, financial statements for September, checks for the month of September, budget amendments, additions to the sub list.
So we do have two additions to the sub list. We have got Jimmy Creed. For the USDA. Bachelor's degree. And then we have Derek Price. He also has a bachelor's degree in cybersecurity. And then we have one budget amendment, early for a budget amendment, but there's this thing called E-rate where they end up paying for some of our stuff that deals with technology. And used to, it was like a 70-30 split. They would pay 70, we would pay 30, but now they say that we're not rural. We're not rural, so it's a 50-50 split. And we used it, we applied in it, we were replacing all of our switches and our access points in the whole school. We're almost completed with that. But when we budgeted, we didn't budget enough to take care of that, plus the other technology needs that we have. So we're gonna move some money from insurance. When we saved about 25 grand in insurance. So we're gonna move, I think she ended up moving 15,000 of that. No, 9,000, just 9,000 of that savings into the technology account. That way it'll fund our technology for the rest of the year.
Is there one more show? I'm a soccer, but I don't remember.
Who was it?
Zane's.
I didn't see that. Now, this one listed Miss Dockery. Yeah. Jimmy listed Miss Dockery as a reference. I didn't see. I was on checking your notebooks. It was in. These are the ones I found. She may still be doing background check on those. Yeah.
What were their names?
It was
Jimmy Creed. Derek Press.
DEREK. No, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, it's all the same.
What's their definition of rural?
I have no idea. When that happened, I was shocked because used to, I say, it really helped us on the technology stuff. We've been paying 70%. Then when it came back over 50/50, I was like, we won. I don't know, they just, money got tighter, I really don't know. Because we're rural on other things, we're still considered. So it's just, that's the wild thing about education. You can get rural in one thing and not another. Small school in one and not another.
Will makes a motion. Scott seconds. All in favor? 5-0. Discuss the ESL program evaluation.
This is gonna be this awesome. And I have, you have a handout, when I copy for you. It's on the table. You get some of your downloads? Yeah.
So I am currently the ESL teacher. And I'm taking care of this year. Last year we serviced 5 students and none of those students were able to exit, but we did have one student that was in monitoring, which is great. And he will continue to be monitored this next year and be exiting the program. Those students were retained. We have one of those students in SPED. 100% of our students last year passed their SHAR reading, so that's awesome. And 80% passed their math. Of those 5 students, we have 75% that completed their TELPAS exam and scored advanced on that. And one student that scored advanced high, so he qualifies to be monitored this year. And that's really great. So they're doing really well.
Does anybody have any questions or anything for Ms. Austin, Ms. Munger, about our ESA?
All these students do really well. Like, we don't have any that are pulled out for any services or anything. It's like they just monitoring and they report them. So I think we tell them.
Yes, 4 of them will take the test because once you go into monitor, you don't have to test it anymore.
And all of these are secondary. We don't have any Wilson students.
They're all bright kids.
Yeah, they're all.
I've had all of them at some point.
We pass them on.
They all speak, I mean, they're still fluent.
Yeah, they don't
There's
have any-
nothing like any kind of barriers there.
Well, thank you, Ms. Austin. Thank you. You're free to stay if you'd like, or you're free to go.
I'm good. Y'all have a very good day.
Discuss and take appropriate action on the district improvement plan.
And so I emailed that to you guys, and then Mr. Hudson has a copy of it that, we sold that up, Mr. Hudson. So this is why I didn't print it for you. Because it's all of that. But I did make you a kind of like a cheat sheet that I printed out for you. And it has our goals. It breaks it down where it lists our goals. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 goals, and then underneath those goals were the performance objectives. So that basically that's where we're focusing on to help us achieve our goal. This is a little clearer and easier to read. And so if you guys have any questions or thoughts or.
What you got to page 60, they write much else.
That's true, that is true. Yeah. After that is stuff that's required by law that has to be in there. And after we approve it, I'll have to upload it for our district vulnerability audit. We want to make sure that the teen dating policies back there, and the other policies.
Is this include anything about, like, I was talking about, like, I know it's probably gonna, say it's kind of go down, but we talked about, with their kids.
Yeah, and that really is in goal 1, where it's about the student achievement. And so if you look at like objective number 1, 86 to 94% for approaches, 58 to 64 for meets. Meets is really the area that we focus on. And two, like masters, that's an area that hurt us last year because those master kids, they're in a good place, and sometimes you focus on something else and lose track of them, but then they hurt you because they don't grow. And so that's a focus issue too, is our masters is focus on those masters. You know, if they mastered last year, we want to master this year. If they did master last year, they're in needs, we will try to bump them up to master. So it's really focusing all the way through, not just, and it kind of starting at needs and working up from there. Seems to be going well, and, you know, this, I know I'm down there a lot around the math, and I know the teachers have a different attitude this year.
It's going well. Our doctor, Region 10 is here today. He's also here last week because we didn't get through what we wanted to do last week, so he came back this week. And we've been visiting on the classrooms and demonstrations.
And Miss Dyer, the middle school, that's the other group that struggled. And that was a slap in the face for her. She's very competitive. She's a coach, very competitive. It was a slap in the face for her, and she has changed some things in the way that she approaches some things. So I see a different focus, a different attitude than we had last year. And the bad thing, I say bad thing, you know, they changed the test where there's writing now and short answer in every test. Well, that's gonna last now this year, next year, and then it changes again because of what they passed in the special session. You know, they said they get rid of STAR, but it's just STAR 2.0. But it's going back to, it has to be able to be graded within like 48 hours. So it's gonna go all the way back. It's gonna go back to all multiple choice. So that's another thing in education where they keep, you know, because you teach different. If they're gonna do short answer and writing, you teach different than it's just all multiple choice, where you also teach strategies and stuff.
So is this most teaching all of the, or going all of the kids out in elementary, or
She's
just?
mainly with fourth and fifth, and but she does have about an hour during the day where she does see some of the younger grade kids. And I'll read all the email that I got today. From the math teacher down here. Just wanted to let you know that I realized and have come to the conclusion that we went through all the stress, failing, and matching and date with this math program and grant stipulations. And I know you feel it as well. I have never felt this put together and gave the total of my time. I'm ready right now. Gave me confidence, what we're doing, and we'll see a lot at the end of the funnel. Know that I have days when I may backside get frustrated, but ultimately I feel really good about the path and direction of my programs.
And that's the thing about most of our teachers, they're competitive and they don't like being second. They don't like it. And they're not sad. I heard nobody satisfied with an 89. Nobody satisfied. So I said last year, the group we focused on last year did well. Our special ed did better. And it kept us out of some reporting that we were fixing to do. So it served its purpose, but if we also let this slide, which we can't. We have, you know, it's gonna be all kids. You can't let those masters kids just float through.
So in the right direction.
And all the points at the same time.
On the district improvement plan, I was reading some of the stuff through there, some ideas of, you know, some areas where increase in strength. Are we considering bringing in more programs, or like like, I don't know what small schools do as far as like our programs, or like, are we looking at other ways to strengthen our programs to attract more students? Again, our numbers are down, and with some of these goals, I've seen some ideas in there that wanted to include more activities for our kids in regards to like speaking and leadership, and like a beta program would hit several of those I read in there. Like a beta program offers all that. I mean, there's several. Is there other ways that we can bring some more programs to the?
Well, the thing is, like right, and I see your side on that. The thing about right now is our kids do everything. And so there's very little time. I've been around beta programs, and there's very little academic stuff around beta programs. It's all socialization and popularity. I've seen, when I was at Sam Rayburn, when I first went to Sam Rayburn and they had a beta meeting and 3/4 of my class got up and walked out. I said, what is beta? They said, well, and I wrote on the board, bring everyone to activities, because there's no level of anything to it. It's just, it really, to me, it really doesn't do anything to enhance your academic side. The academics portion of it's very small. They do have some competitions when you go to those. They'll have a math competition and
I don't know, they had like a STEM and robotics, like they've expanded a lot. I had a beta program before I was involved in. And most of us was not, the class and what they pushed in at the time was not even academic, it was more of a talent.
it still
Oh,
is.
for sure.
It still is.
You know, so I definitely.
Running for
yeah.
officer is, it's a,
Yeah, but I thought it advanced more since then. I thought they had more STEM, leadership, so it's pretty much the same.
it really does.
It hadn't changed
No,
much.
It
Okay.
really hasn't.
I think
And
a lot of those things, like, there's so many things you can do with ag other than just like the animals, like a lot of those
I'm
programs
learning
speaking.
Mhm.
Like I have a relative who she's going to Texas Tech this year, but she got into the speaking part, and like she's going for communications and she got scholarships and everything, but a lot of things you can do their FFAs and.
That needs to be marketed better. I was talking to
Yeah.
Nathan, like I said, I'm learning more and more about what his
So many
program,
things.
yes, involves, which is, like you said, I didn't realize there was that speaking aspect of it.
And like we did that, we've added that scientific research and design as our second year. You guys may have seen the post. But I know like Mr. Nelson, he gets fired up about anything that he's doing.
I love it.
That's it, but, he sent me an email right before, we got out for fall break and he was just fired up because he's like, I'm seeing some of the kids that aren't strong academically, that don't really care about school because it's more hands-on stuff. It's almost like being in the ag shop a little bit. He did a breakdown of how to drive a tractor, how to do the little things on the tractor, and they're actually getting to plow the field and push the seed in and all that kind of stuff. And he was fired up because he's like, kids that have been very removed in some of the other classes I've had, they're hands-on, they want to do it. So I mean, are we perfect in everything that we're offering? No, but we are trying.
No, and I'm super excited about that. I think that's
and
awesome.
stuff like that. So I mean, we're always looking at ways that we can.
Let me reverse that then, because you're right. And before I learned more about the ag and I see that and shared it, especially on the ag side, we just kind of market ourselves a little bit. Because there is some really cool things happening and that I keep learning about.
And the robotics program is, we've really focused on it, 2 or 3 years ago, and we have a really good robotics program, and he does the UIL competitions now, for that. And so,
I've had a few students even advance to the.
yeah, and we look at everything like that we can see value in. And, there's people that like beta, there's people that push beta and love it. I've been a part of it, didn't see a huge
Yeah.
thing for it. But we had the NTHS, our National Technical Honor Society, because all of our kids are in CTE. That gives them some, volunteering and giving back, like they'll volunteer, they'll go to the food bank and do things like that. So for the leadership, and we've added like I say, like the NTHS, the student government is continually kind of morphing. It's changed a little bit this year with that. But we're open to everything and look at everything. It's just that
Some of it we're limited by our population.
Correct.
I mean, let's be real, population limits. What the extra that I saw in there, but I mean, with education and the things we're adding, I think we're good.
Heading in the right direction for sure.
and our kids are really involved in a lot. Most of our kids, the majority of our kids are
That's a goal.
super busy.
And I think we've got a lot for the size schools that we are. I mean, like the high school that I went to, I think I had like 350 or something in my class. And like we had 3 different ag teachers and, one of them specialized more like in the shop stuff and one of them was kind of more like on the whole horticulture and then one of them did the animals and everything. And I know, even with that, and I think, we do have a lot of programs available for them, but I know, sometimes you get spread so thin that you can't hardly take care of everything or do a good job at it. But I think it's, and I think that, like the STEM and the ag stuff, I think that's kind of more just the direction that everything's going. Because, we need the trade stuff, and all these kids do just as well as in trade school or.
And the ag side, the tractor tech and the competitions, not just weld, but they build stuff, competitions has really gotten big in the last few years.
That wasn't around when I was a student.
No, because I mean,
I
did we
never-
have three? Was it, I know
Yeah,
your
that's.
son, and was it two other that were, three others that were big into it? And after one of them, I know Mr. Rich said like, some of the people there that own businesses are like, do they know, like, hey, does Caleb know what he wants to do? Because we want to hire him. Well, he already wants to get retirement, but you're seeing some good stuff like that, and I know their tractor tech team, he's like, we're not gonna be as strong this year, but he brought a couple freshmen last year. He's trying to pull some freshmen and sophomores together now to try and get them strong for that by the time they're juniors and seniors. So I mean, like she said, with ag, there's so many
I
avenues.
mean, there was a lot of scholarship money involved in that situation last year.
Yeah, the motion.
I'll make a motion.
Will makes a motion on the district improvement plan.
I'll second.
Wendy seconds, all in favor? 5-0. Discuss and take appropriate action on the retention incentive pay for employees.
So this is our Christmas bonus that we do, and it's in the budget. It's the same as last year. Your certified, people, 1,500, your, non-certified, 1,250, and then of course for part-time, it's prorated based off of what percentage of time that they work, but it's already in the budget. It's nothing extra, so it's accounted for.
That's covering everybody.
Yeah, we give it to everybody, even Matthew.
I'll say we can pull that one out, right? There's a thing, we pull Christmas board. We pull 1,500 out, I think, put one into the table. Get it?
We can lose this check.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion.
Scott makes a motion. Keith second, all in favor? 5-0. Executive session,
I'd like to just chat for a moment.
6:20. I guess I need a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Wendy makes a motion.
6:27.
6:27. Scott. Second, all in favor? 5-0.
Second. I'll make a motion.
Yeah, I'll second.
Will makes a motion. Keith second, come out of executive session at 7 p.m. All in favor? 5-0. Adjourn.
Motion.
I'll make a motion.
John makes a motion.
I'll second.
Wendy seconds, all in favor? 5-0. At 7 o'clock.
Thank you, guys. You're on.
You too.